All right, this is Mike D, commentating on this match out at the Midway. We got Dylan Dykeswood and Anthony Collins against Jacob Oakes, and I'm not sure Nov's last name. Commentating on this match. We got Jacob Oakes on the 6 ball now. Shape's a little tough for the 8 ball, but I think some bottom right. He should, have shape on the 8 and the side. For natural shape on the 9 ball, it's scores 3-1. Jacob's team has 1. Dylan and Anthony are 3. It's a race to 5. It says on here 5th, 6th. I don't know if the loser gets 5th, 6th, or if the winner gets 5th, 6th. I'm not sure. I'm going to assume the winner places at 5th, 6th, but who knows? Anthony's had his, Jacob has had his extension in his back pocket for this whole match, I believe, and I'm pretty sure he's putting it together right now. Yeah, 2025. I think an extension is a must-have these days. Just doesn't make sense to not have one. All right, Nov is racking, so I'm going to assume that makes it Jacob and Nov's break. Although it's 9 ball, and I don't know what the rules are for the 9 going on the break. We'll see. Definitely got Jacob up there ready to break. Yeah, and here he goes. A good spread. 3, 6, 9, so nothing on the break. So yeah, 3, 6, 9. I believe this is Anthony up here shooting. Oh no, well, all right. I'm not sure. Jacob's up. Yeah, so then I gotta assume it was Anthony and Dylan who were breaking that. That's hard to tell. 3 of these guys have on the same color shirt. If you've been watching this match, I'm sure you've noticed that. Oh boy, look at that 2-9 combo. Calling everybody's name. Oh man. All right. Well, this is a big opportunity here for Anthony and Dylan. Although I'm not saying it's easy. Boy, you could barely technically cut that 1 ball in. Yeah, but I mean, I don't love it. I'll see what they're doing here. Ugh. It's a little chancy, I'm not sure there's any great options with that 2-9 sitting there. Unless you get a dead safe, it's kind of a problem. And I would say here they have natural shape to pocket the 1 ball and get natural shape on the 2 ball on the 2-9. It's also possible they'll hook themselves with that 6 ball. Uh, yeah, we'll see. I'll tell you what, if I'm Anthony and Dylan, I don't like it. All right, so he did get himself on that. Oh, no. All right. Well, this is interesting. We'll see how this turns out. It looks very makeable, I'll tell you that. Yeah, he's definitely checking out the combo. This is a big game. This would get him to 3-3. This is Jacob shooting. Yep, that was wired. I see Jacob's pretty pleased with that. Yeah, and I can't blame him. That was a huge game. The difference between 4-2 and race to 5 versus 3-3 is night and day. So that was a big game. Anybody out there in the chat? All right, Jacob's breaking. Jacob has been inspecting the rack every time, and I can't blame him for that. All right, we got Jason Smith in there. Yeah, thank you, Mike. Hey, what's up, Jason? Should be 3-3 now, definitely. All right, I'll try and pay attention to this chat. If you're out there, tell me hello. This is Mike D, Dylan's dad. So I'm definitely biased, but I'm rooting for a good match too, and I like this other team just fine. All right, just got straight in one in the corner. Nov does. And Nov, if your name is not Nov, I apologize. That's what it says on the screen. All right, Mist left the one right in the jaws of the side pocket, just about. This is a run out rack. The one leads to the two leads to the four. Four's right for the 5, 6 right there. You can definitely picture this as a connect the dots rack. Dylan steps up to the table with some, I don't want to say anxious, but he looks excited right now. I think he's seeing the same thing I'm seeing, that if they play this right, they can get on the hill right now. This is also a rack that if it doesn't work out later when you're driving home, this is one of the racks you remember thinking, oh, we had a chance. Full stroke. All right. Again, I would say Anthony's coming to the table looking excited. Oh, excuse me. That's the 3. I thought that was the 5 on the left. Okay. All right. Well, that does change the math a little bit. He played a safe. I would have liked to have seen him pocket that for natural shape on the 4 ball. But I can understand caution is the better part of valor. All right. Leaving Jacob Oak the bank on the 5 ball with natural shape on the 6. He chooses to play safety. Can't blame him. That is going to leave Dylan with the jump shot. I gotta think Dylan's going to successfully make contact with the 5 or the 3, excuse me. But after that, it's anybody's guess, I would imagine. Oh, put some draw on it. Yeah. Pretty simple cut on the 3 ball with natural shape on the 4 ball. Six is in the jaws. All right, this looks like an opportunity for Jacob and Nov to get up. Yeah. Your worst case scenario on this is if you're a middle of the road player, every once in a while you try to put draw on it and nothing happens. That's your nightmare on this shot. You got to get back. You got to get back to about where his hand with the glove is, because you do not want to be back cutting that 6 ball. and it's real scratchy if you end up on the left side of it. So you need your draw to really kick in. Good shot. Good shot. That's going to work just fine. He's going to be able to come around 3 rails for natural shape coming into the 8 ball. His off of that 3rd rail, cue ball should be heading directly towards the 8 ball and towards the top left corner pocket. That is the opposite of crossing the T. That is coming into shape like you want to. That way, if your speed's not quite right, you're okay. Good boy. He definitely wanted to hit that. I'd say twice as hard, but pretty close to twice as hard. Just no reason to not be a foot away from that 8 ball. You've turned what could be a very easy shot into, I don't want to say 50-50, but people rattle this for the cash. You'd sure rather be, I don't know, 2 feet closer. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Gonna leave them natural shape on the 8 ball for natural shape on the 10 ball. All right, he's dead straight on the 8, and especially in scotch, what that can lead towards is he tries to rob the pocket in order to get his opponent perfect shape. I would really suggest who's ever up right now, they just hit a stop shot, pull the cue ball back 8 inches, and just let them back cut that 9 ball. If you try and rob this pocket, you can easily miss it, and then it's a long drive home. Oh, great shot. Oh, that was perfect. Wow. Well done. Look at Dylan running up there. They want to get on the hill. Yeah, step in, pre-shot routine. Well done. Yeah, I like that. I like how he's stepping into a shot. Nice. All right, 4-3. Well done, guys. Okay, so I'm going to assume I feel like I learned something in the last rack. I believe if NOV is racking, then that means it's Anthony and Dylan's break. From something Dylan mentioned to me earlier today, I believe that 9 ball counts going in any pocket, which would explain why it's you're not able to rack for yourself. A lot of times in these bar table 9 ball tournaments, they've changed the rules so the 9 doesn't count, or it doesn't count. 9 doesn't count on the break, or it doesn't count on the bottom 2 pockets. Yeah. So anyway, here we go. Anthony breaking from the middle. Not my favorite, but I like Anthony. What are you gonna do? All right, made some balls. Dylan's got to jump at the 2 ball or push out. I would like to see him push out to where the 7 is, just to slow roll into the 7 so that they can see the edge of the 2. And then you let them give it back if that's what they want to do. But at least you can see it. 4-3, race to 5. This is a big match, too. I believe winner gets 5th, 6th. I don't know how many players there were in the tournament, but I got to assume they are in the money. And so everything you do now, it matters. All right, I believe he's pushing. What is he pushing to? Again, I like slow rolling to the 7 ball. All right, hey, that's strong. That's all right. I think that I would like to see them bank the 2 ball back up in between the 4 and the 7. Not trying to make it, just get it in between the 4 and the 7 and leave the cue ball behind the 9. So basically, you're banking that 2 ball straight back up using top center on the cue ball. It's possible that the angle is a little wrong to do that. Um, but yeah, that's the shot I like. No matter what happens, I guess I would like to see them use the 9 ball as their blocker ball. All right. I don't know if they're having a team meeting right now. All right. Jacob has opted to take it. All right. So I got to say, based on what just happened, the angle was not quite right to do the shot that I liked. I like what Jacob did though. He did that as close as he could. Jacob has come out to my place and played one pocket. And he plays good. All right, we got Anthony jumping at the 2 ball. And I think he got safe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that 7 ball is in between the cue ball and the 2 ball. All right, NOV is trying to figure out the angle. He's using a little of his math skills. Good hit. Oh, ouch. Scratch him. All right. I do recommend, especially, well, to any level player, when your opponent scratches, the first thing you should think about is 3 foul. In this case, you got to run them out. You're on the hill. You got to run these balls out. If he didn't want to, he could put himself on the bottom right of the 2 ball, bank the 2 ball towards the 5, and use a stop shot to have it stop right next to the 4 ball. If you were going to go for a 3 foul. But again, I don't think going for the 3 foul is the way to go. Yeah, this is not a particularly difficult rack. Got to get him shape on the 4 ball. I'm not sure what his plan is here for getting shape on the 4. I would think into the top long rail and back out for the 4 in the same corner that he made the 2. And I know that's obviously not what he did. But that would have been my first thought. So 4 in this bottom left-hand corner pocket. Getting shape on the 5 is a little tricky here. I'm not sure what he's going to do. And then the 8 is in the lane of the 7 ball for going to the top right-hand corner pocket. So that is something I'd want to keep in mind as I was going through too. You really need shape on the 7 on either the side pockets or the bottom right-hand corner pocket. Yeah, Anthony's finding this to be a little tricky. He does not want to hook his opponent. Oh, ouch. I got good shape on the 5. I understand what he was doing. Yeah, he kind of did need to. If you notice how it brushed against the 7 ball, he needed to rob the pocket a little bit. I think Anthony did what he needed to do if he was going for it, in that fashion. It wasn't quite set up perfectly to do that, though, unfortunately. And here we are. This is going to be a tight match, 3-4. All right, Nov. This is a big shot for Nov because if you could leave shape on the 7 relatively easy, boy, the 8's dead. The 8's looking good close to the pocket, and the 9 should be fairly simple to get shape on. This is a big shot right here. What he doesn't want to do is have that cue ball go all the way down by the right hand corner pocket. Yep, that was good. He's got to back cut the 7. If it's me, I'm putting probably extreme bottom right hand English going down to the short rail, bottom of the table, coming back up to the bottom long rail for shape on the 8. I like using 2 rails on this. I know you could probably just go 1 rail, just like 90 degrees to the right and 90 degrees back up, but it's a little tricky. I like the bottom right hand English on this one. All right, again, 3 to 4, race to 5, and these guys are down a game. This is big right here. Okay, yeah, he wanted to maybe get a little more stroke on that. Get that cue ball more middle of the table. Getting from the 8 to the 9 right now is going to be a little tough. Yeah, Nav has his work cut out for him here. Also, there's a chance that you hit this darn close to perfect and scratch in the side pocket that his hat is at right now. Oh, yep. And that's okay. So yeah, there's that scratch I was talking about. Yeah. And honestly, that comes from the shape. No offense to anybody, Jacob did the best he could. But just to defend Nav for a moment, I mean, that was Nav did the best he could with that shape, trying to get on the 9, especially at a 3-4 race to 5 situation. The pressure's on, the live stream, you know, these guys are all playing good. All right, Dylan's just trying to make sure he does not make a mistake. I can tell you he's focused on that diamond right there. If he can use top and bounce off of that diamond 3 inches, he's got perfect shape for the 9 ball. Oh, so he didn't get the bounce he wanted. He underhit that a little bit. Everything's okay, don't get me wrong, but he underhit it. Oh my gosh, great match, you guys.